What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Caudium. Just off the top, I apologize if I sound a little bit more nasally than usual. I have a cold at the moment, but we persevere and we keep going, and what a week already it has been. A absolutely bollocks Monday, an 0 for 3 Monday, and I was pissed, man. We had Joel Embiid and James Harden to each record a double-double. Harden had, Embiid almost had it by the end of the first quarter. The game went to double overtime, and James Harden still managed only 5 points, one of the worst offensive outings of his entire career, which cost us dearly, 0-3 on Monday. And I said, you know what? I don't like that. And this is a trait that I picked up. I used to play poker quite often, every day. And days that I lost would motivate me more the next day versus days that I won, which probably should be the other way around. But I said yesterday, there wasn't a video yesterday, but I said I can't do this. I'm making the bets. Yesterday, we had a good day. It was 3-1. Well, I actually made a bunch of, this is, again, I do mention this a lot. If you follow me on Twitter, sort of, this is, the squeeze, the videos here, the breakdown here is, they're my favorite 3 bets of the day, and I break them down, but I also make these the night before these bets, and then things can change. So I make a lot more picks on Twitter. And we did cash Japan win the World Baseball Classic. That was when I talked about in a video before the WBC started. So we cashed Japan for a plus 270 and a nice 2.75 unit win there. We had the Cleveland Cavaliers. I picked them. We got that bet at 125. It closed at 175, which was nice. The Philadelphia Flyers money line plus 155. It was a good day yesterday. So if you follow me on Twitter, I had how many? 9 bets, or 8, not including the WBC. Made 8 other bets yesterday. So I break down 3 here, but there's always more there. If you trust, it's to build trust that I know what I'm talking about, that I do the research. So anyways, all that to say, we had a massive bounce back. We're now up on the week after a pretty bad Sunday, a pretty bad Monday, and it feels good to be back doing a video. I've got 3 bets for you today. We're going to start in Chicago. We've got the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls. You might say, you just lost a terrible bet with James Harden. He's not, I don't like James Harden very much, but he's not going to have 2 pathetic offensive games in a row. He's just too good. It's a back-to-back game. It's a home and home. Philadelphia lost this game, like I said, in overtime, 109-105 to Chicago. So I look for a big bounce back here. I like the Philadelphia 76ers. I got this at -2 yesterday at DraftKings last night, locked in. It looks like it's now -3. Still like it. Still like this bet a lot. Are they going to lose back-to-back games for the Chicago Bulls, who are 34-37? They have not lived up to expectations this year at all. On the road, Philly is 22-12. Chicago is 20-6 at home. But the main factor here is James Harden going to have terrible offensive games back-to-back times? And are the Philadelphia 76ers, who have won, 7 of their last 10, going to lose back-to-back games to a Bulls team who is 3-7 over their last 10? I don't see it happening. That's really what I'm basing this on. Philly's 4-0 ATS in their last 4 following a loss. They're 4-0 in their last 4 road games ATS. Chicago has been playing a little bit better against the spread, but the spread's tiny here. It's a bucket, right? It's not like it's 6 or 7. It's just a bucket. 76ers are 6-0 ATS the last 6 times they've played in Chicago. 8-2 ATS in their last 10 meetings. So give me the Philadelphia 76ers -2 against the Chicago Bulls. That is for -110 at DraftKings. Sticking in the NBA, when the season started, I did a team totals over-under for the Atlantic Division. I didn't think the Knicks were going to be very good. The Knicks are better than I thought. They're 42-31. They're 22-14 on the road. They're in Miami tonight to take on the Heat, who have not been. They've been sort of middle of the road, 39-34. Decent at home, 24-13. But I like the Knicks on the money line here. This is plus 105 at BetMGM. I think actually the odds are getting a little bit better for that. So you can sort of mix and match that with the Philly odds there. Knicks lost their last time out by 6 points to Minnesota, but previous to that, they beat Denver, they beat Portland, they beat the Lakers. Not the greatest of competition, but not the worst. Miami's coming off a win against Detroit, big deal. They lost at Chicago. They beat Memphis without Ja Morant. They did beat Utah, not so bad. They lost to Orlando. They lost to Cleveland. They're sort of middle of the road. The Heat are 0-8 ATS in their last 8 games following a straight-up win of more than 10. They're also 1-8 ATS in their last 9 games playing on 2 2 days rest. Knicks are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 after scoring more than 125 points in their previous game, which I like. And also they're able to score a lot of points on the Miami Heat. Over is 4-1 the last 5 times they've played overall, and the last 5 times in Miami. And then the other thing is just injuries. Knicks have nobody on the injury report. Julius Randle's coming off a 57-point performance in their loss. And then on the Heat, Zeller is out. Kyle Lowry's still not playing. If he's ever going to return, I'm not quite sure. I just think the Knicks are rolling. The Knicks are the better basketball team. I can't believe I'm saying that, especially when they're fully healthy. And ATS this year, they're 40, 30, and 3. Miami Heat ATS, 27 and 44, one of the worst teams ATS on the season, and the spread currently has the Heat at -1.5. So give me the New York Knicks on the money line for +105 at BetMGM. And my last pick of the day is a parlay. Could get us in a little bit of trouble in the NHL, but we're at the point of the season where the bad teams just don't care anymore. They're going for Connor Bedard. They're going for their draft pick. So the first stop is Edmonton in Arizona. It's an Oilers and Avalanche moneyline parlay. The Oilers are 40 and 23. The Coyotes are 27 and 33. They are actually playing a little bit better, but the Yotes are 7, 22 and 5 on the road. Edmonton is 19, 12, 2 and 3 at home. They're the much better home team. Arizona is actually 4-1 on their last 5 overall, but they're running into a buzzsaw right now of the Edmonton Oilers offense. Edmonton's 4-0 in their last 4, 5-0 in their last 5 home games, 6-1 in their last 7 on 1 day's rest. They are rocking and rolling. Coyotes are 0-4 in the last 4 meetings and 3-7 the last 10 times they've played in Edmonton. So I expect the Edmonton Oilers to come out firing. They score a ton of goals. You have Vejmelka. Hopefully I said that right. Probably didn't. In net for Coyote, 3.33 goals against. I think Edmonton's just going to be. There also might be a rookie in net for Arizona as well, which could be scary. Welcome to the NHL. Here's Connor McDavid for you. I like the Edmonton Oilers to win this game at home on the money line. And then sort of same can be said for Colorado. They're at home where they're 19 and 11, taking on a Pittsburgh Penguins team that's 15 and 15 on the road. ATS this season, Colorado's 36 and 33, whereas Pittsburgh's one of the worst teams ATS at 28 and 42. I just like Colorado to win this game. Penguins are 0-4. They're riding a 4-game losing streak. They're also 0-4 playing on 1 day's rest. Colorado's 5-0 in their last 5 playing on 1 day's rest, so they're rolling. And the home team is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings. As I mentioned, this game is being played in Colorado. But Pittsburgh's lost 2-1 to Ottawa, 6-0 to the Rangers, 4-2 to the Rangers previous to that, 6-4 to Montreal. They're not even hanging in these games. And then you look at Colorado, 5-0 against Chicago, 5-1 against Detroit, 5-4 against Ottawa, 2-1 against Toronto, 8-4 against Montreal, 3-2 against Arizona. I just think Colorado is rolling again as well. We're in the late stages of the season. Teams are really going forward. Even though Pittsburgh is still in the playoff hunt and in a playoff spot, I just think the Colorado Avalanche at home are going to be a little bit too much to handle. And when we combine these, we get it for -102, essentially even money, which I like. Also, goals in the first period is going to be a big one that we can jump on later on. I'll have those picks for you later on Twitter as well. So there are your 3 picks today for Wednesday. I like the Philadelphia 76ers -2. That's -110 at DraftKings. I like the New York Knicks on the money line, +105 at BetMGM. And I like the Colorado Avalanche and Edmonton Oilers on a money line parlay for -102 at DraftKings. Feel free to drop a comment if you're fading or following. Follow me on Twitter at Tyler Connium for more picks and props throughout the day. TikTok and Instagram for just the picks portions and audio versions available on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Let's keep this momentum going. Congratulations to Japan for winning the WBC, and let's talk sports.